Yes, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Been a long time since I sat down and did a video of this nature, but we are back. Okay, so that's that time of the year. The new kits have been released in the EFL. I thought I'd sit down and go through and rank from best to worst the current League One home kits. They've all been released now, so now is the best time to go through it. And what I will say is it's very hot today. It's about 31 degrees, so please bear with us. It's absolutely sweltering. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Actually, one more thing before we do get into the video, actually, I just want to say massive thank you, everyone. We have now reached 120 subscribers. Now, that is very impressive. Did not expect that for 1 minute. When we going back to October, didn't think we'd be at this point so far, so I'm very thankful. The Chorley vlog certainly did do better than expected. It was a good vlog to film. It certainly got a good reception, so thanks, guys. You guys are the best. You've smashed it again, so thank you very much. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, everyone, we're starting in alphabetical order, and we start with newcomers AFC Wimbledon. I have to say that this kit, I like it. They've gone for this sort of like classic retro feel, going back to like the 1980 days. You know, the crazy gang when they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final. They've switched from Umbo to Lotto, which is not really one of the more popular sponsors these days, but they've done a good job. They've reverted back to the Football Manager sponsor, which I do like. It's a good sponsor to have, to be fair. It's, you know, one of the leading football games, so they've got a good one there. But like I say, I love the sort of, you've got this sort of V-neck collar with a polo. It's a bit weird, that, but overall the colour scheme's lovely. I think they're quite lucky Wimbledon with this yellow and blue scheme. Not many kits do have that sort of colour scheme, so overall, very, very bold move, but it's worked out well. I love the retro feel. I love the colour scheme. Sponsors, good placement. Overall, I'm going to give them a good finish. I'm going to put them in the playoffs. I'm going to put them in 6th place. Highly deserved. Good kit for Wimbledon, personally. Okay, up next, we have got Yorkshire side. It is Barnsley. It's hard to really say this about Barnsley. It's quite a boring kit, really. I mean, I know that you can't really do too much with red and white, but the kits, for me, I think when you look to recent years, we've got a very similar trend, really. A lack of effort, I feel. They switched from Puma back to Oxen. They've also switched back to the investment room as a sponsor. You got, I do like a collar on a football kit, but this collar, it's too red. You can't really see it properly. I do like the little sort of white cufflinks you've got. Well, not cufflinks, you know what I mean. The bottom of the t-shirt. I do like that, to be fair. It's not a bad effort. It's just average. Not great. It's not poor. It's going 12th place. I think that's a fair finish. Not too bad, but not too good. Not a great job from Barnsley, but it's definitely not the worst kit by any means. Okay, next it is local rivals. It is the Tangerines, Blackpool. Overall, this kit, not much has really changed. I mean, you've got this sort of like, you've got the, I like the sort of white sort of neck on the collar. That's not bad, but again, the placement's changed a little bit. That's about it, really. The badge placement's a bit weird. You've got the Pew badge looks decent, but the badge is a bit too sort of close to the shoulder for my liking. And you've got treadtracker.com, not a bad sponsor, I suppose. I must say that like this sort of line pattern we've got going down here, it reminds me a bit of like my nan's wallpaper, to be honest. It's not very visually appealing. The main thing that stands out for me is it's like a very darker shade of orange to what they usually use. It was a bit light last season. Overall, it's a bit poor for Blackpool. Not much changed. If you were a Blackpool fan, you wouldn't really got your way to buy this kit. You might as well just make do with the old one, to be honest. Bit poor from Blackpool. I'm going to give this mid-table. I'm going to put it 15th. Not the worst, but it's not the best. It is just bang average. Yeah, sorry Blackpool, but yeah. Okay, next we've got a controversial one. It is Bolton Wanderers. They've gone for this sort of like like tiger stripe thing on the cuffs, the side, the collar. Do you know what the worst part of this kit is? The fact that the collar, it's like the design starts halfway. I'm not sure if that's actually a mistake or not, but that's pretty poor overall. Victoria Plumbing, average sponsor. Macron stood in the kits. Overall, the fact that they've sort of reverted, because last season they had sort of the sponsors, like the Macron logo and the badge were sort of in the middle. I like that they reverted back to, your bog standard. So, again, Bolton, it's not great, but overall it's not bad either, really. It's not too bad for Tiger Design, but it is a bit, it's a bit out there. But again, I like that. They've gone to be quite bold, but it hasn't really worked that well, I don't think. It's a bit bored overall. I'm going to stick this in a respectable 13th place. No bias intended. I'm not about that on this channel. Bolton 13th. It's not too bad, but it's not too good either. Okay, up next it is Bradford City, another newcomer in the league. Overall, quite a bold statement with this kit. I think Macron's a logo. You've got JT600 again, which is a bit of an out there sponsor. The badge placement's nice. I like the sort of, they've reverted. Usually over years, it's been a very big sort of, you got the orange and the burgundy. That stood out very smooth. But then this time you've gone for the more checkered sort of lines pattern, which I do quite like. I love the black sleeves here. They stand out well. This is a good kit. Overall, they've done a good job here at Bradford so far. It's a bold statement. It's worked well. I think that it deserves 5th place. It's a very impressive kit. If I was a Bradford fan, I'd definitely be buying this. It's a good kit to welcome you back into League One. Fair play, Bradford. Hats off to you. Okay, up next we've got Burton Albion, and I must say that Burton Albion have absolutely pulled a blinder here. I love this retro feel we've got. I love the collar, a nice polo sort of collar, but I love that retro feel of this kit. Absolutely lovely. The blend of the orange and black goes perfectly. There's no change in the sponsors. They've also got the retro badge. I'm going to presume that this is an anniversary kit, potentially, but overall, they've done a great job here. I'm going to surprise a few people. I'm going to put Burton Albion in 3rd place. It's a very high position, but this is so deserved. If I was a Burton fan, I would be so proud of this kit. It really shows the club's history in a lovely, unique way. So obviously, sublime from Burton. Again, hats off to Burton Albion. Okay, up next we have got the Welsh side. It is the capital of Wales. It is Cardiff City, the Bluebirds. Unchanged sponsors. Obviously, they have come back down from a championship and relegated. I must say, I like the simplicity of this kit. I'm all about simplicity in kits. I love the white stripes. They're simple but swanky. New Balance is a decent sponsor. Visible Asia, been their sponsor for, it seems like, forever. Overall, again, not much has changed, but I like just the simplicity again. I'm going to put this in a very respectable 7th place. I think it deserves the recognition. It's a good kit. If I was a Cardiff fan, I'd be very happy with that. Okay, up next we have got a newly promoted side. It is Doncaster Rovers. I have to say, but this is the first kit I'm not too sure about. It looks too much like a rugby jersey for me. The collar particularly, that is exactly what any sort of pro and traditional rugby kit looks like. I mean, the colour scheme's interesting because they've sort of gone your bog standard red and white, that's in the badge, but then you've got the black on the collar and sort of the sleeves. I don't know about it. I mean, if you're going to use a colour, surely you would use the goals of the Viking sort of structure we got in the badge. It just doesn't make sense to me why they've gone for the black. In terms of the sponsor, it is a new sponsor in Oxon. I think past logistics, it's not a great sponsor. It's a bit of an eyesore of a sponsor. But overall, this kit, it just screams poor and just very little effort going into it, really. So, might seem a bit harsh, but I'm sorry, Doncaster. I'm putting you in 22nd, 2 from the bottom. I think you've had a bit of a howl of this kit, to be honest. If I was a Doncaster fan, I wouldn't be very happy, personally. Okay, up next we have got the first Devon-based team is Exeter City. Same sponsors. The kit has not changed very much. The line designs have been slightly altered. It's quite basic, not a massive change. I mean, yeah, simplicity is the main thing here. I think the sponsor, Adidas, you've got a good sponsor in Adidas. Everyone knows it. Hell, I don't know what that is, but it's not bad. It's not an eyesore completely. I think overall, hard to judge this really. I'm going to put this in, yeah, we'll put this in 16th. I think mid-table again. It's not too bad, but again, it's not great. If you're an Exeter fan, I think you would have hoped for a bit better, to be honest. But yeah, not too bad on the overall. Okay, well, up next is Huddersfield Town. And where do I start with this kit? I mean, it's just disgraceful. And I think it belongs in 24th. Just joking. Nah, first place. Absolutely superb from Huddersfield. I'm sorry about that little mini heart attack I gave you as fans, but honestly, this kit is just superb. I love the gold you've got going on. It really does give it a lovely feel to it. Castor is not a very highly regarded sponsor. I think they deserve more. I think they've done well on kits recently. Hey Dude's an interesting sponsor, but overall, I love the feel to this kit. This is the sort of kit I could imagine Huddersfield winning the league in, and I think they will. Overall, a good kit. But yeah, that gold combo, it makes it sensational. First place, without a doubt for me. Superb. The best kit on this list by an absolute country mile. Fair play, Huddersfield. Okay, up next is Leyton Orient, the side that came very close to go back up to Championship last season. They were a bit lucky in that respect. The kit is very nice. Unchanged sponsors. There's not a real design to it, but it's simple. The strong use of the black, it stands out beautifully. I don't mind the sponsors. Puma's a good make. E's still secured, not too bad. It's not an eyesore. This is a good kit. They've pulled, not a complete blinder, but it's a very nice kit. It's going very highly on my list. It's going in 4th place. Fair play Leyton Orient. The sort of kit I can see getting promotion in, which again, I think they will. Yeah, fair play Leyton Orient. I've hats off to you. You've done a really good job here. As a fan, I would be queuing up on the first day to get this kit from the get-go. Really, really, really good effort. Fair play. Okay, up next we have Lincoln City. Unchanged sponsors. I do like the colour. I think it stands out. The good use of the black. They've gone, again, the badges in black. I like the line pattern you got going on. It stands out nicely. Yeah, I do like this colour placement switch. It's decent. It's not going high. It's not going dead low. I'm going to put this in 10th place. Deserve some credit. Again, if I was a Lincoln fan, certainly would be queuing up to buy this. It's a nice kit. It does a little bit around me with the rubber jersey, but it's not as bad as Doncaster's effort, so I will give him high marks. Fair play, Lincoln City. Okay, everyone, up next it is Luton Town. Sort of going back here to recent years with the kit, with the sort of colour placement and sort of design. It reminds me a lot of the years, the past 10 years in their journey to get to the Premier League, and obviously the little downfall now. But I like the fact they're going back to basics here. The colour scheme's decent. The sponsor let it down a little bit. I don't think that Reflow is a sponsor. Never heard that before. And then Capital Sky, a bit of an eyesore. Overall, it's average, really. I'm going to put it in 11th place. It's decent, but it's not enough to get it any higher marks. So yeah, I think Luton Town, the Hatters, deserve 11th place. Okay, up next is Mansfield Town. I like the design. The switch from Castor to Araya, one of the more sort of less known sponsors in the EFL. It's an alright job. I don't think they've changed too much. You've got one call insurance, which I don't think is a bad sponsor by any means. I like the badge placement. I think the sort of the fact you got this like rectangle shape. You've got like big lines here, and then you got sort of like swoops here. That's a bit weird. I'm going to put this 14th, going in mid-table. It's not great. It's not bad, though. You've done an alright job. I wouldn't be queuing up for this as a Mansfield fan, personally, when it came out. Okay, up next, we have got Northampton Town. Just poor. Little changed recent years. Sponsors haven't changed. Nothing's changed, really. The design, a tiny bit. Overall, if you're a Northampton fan, you're literally paying for the same thing for the last 4 years. Nothing's changed. It's very poor. No effort, no nothing. I think you need to have a real word with the makers of this kit, because nothing's got into it. For that, 20th place. Pretty poor from Northampton, to be honest. Okay, up next it is local. It is rivals on Northampton. It is Peterborough. Same again, little change, boring. Mick George has been their sponsor for what feels like an eternity now. Puma's not done the worst job, but over at the colour, it's just, I mean, the colour's a bit weird. The colour's alright, but then you've got this sort of like the V, the white V. It just doesn't, it's not necessary, really. Overall, poor job. No change again. 19th place for me. Sort it out, Peterborough. Okay, up next it is Plymouth Argyle. I mean, they've tried to sort of go for this retro feel, but I think it's failed quite poorly. The sponsor, Beacon Electrical, not great. You've got the same as Peterborough with this sort of the collar. You've got sort of the V here. It doesn't look great. Overall, I'm going to put it 17th. I think Plymouth have not done the best here. I think the fans will be a bit let down, particularly by a team that are probably going to be favourites to do something big this season. So yeah, poor from Plymouth. Okay, up next it is Port Vale, and I mean, can someone please explain to me what the whole sort of excitement about this kit was? I mean, I saw it getting a lot of attention on social media. I just think this is a horrible kit. I mean, it's boring. It's so plain. You've got Puma badge, then you've got Port Vale FC emblem, but that's it. I like the collar, but overall this kit is very poor. It's so boring. I know it's a retro sort of feel, and it is better than the recent years kits, that horrible sponsor in the middle, but I'm sorry, but this kit, it's not good enough for me. I'm putting this 21st. I might get a lot of criticism for that, but overall, I'm just not impressed. Nothing stands out. I expect a lot better from a team that have just come up poor from Port Vale. Okay, up next is Reading. I've put them in 23rd because, yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, they just need big change. I mean, big change. It's like there's like a Christmassy feel to it. The badge placement isn't really that bad, I guess, but sponsors haven't changed out. But overall, that Christmassy thing, it does look stupid. Playing with that in summer makes me feel even hotter than I already am, to be honest. It just reminds too much of the frosty season you get in winter. I'm not a fan at all. Reading, you go in 23rd. Just avoiding bottom. It's not good enough at all for me. Okay, well, next it is Rotherham. It's not great to look at. It's a bit visually unappealing. I do admire the Rotherham Hospice sponsor. A nice shout out to the hard work that goes on by nurses. But I think the gold combination hasn't worked great this year. I think they've tried to be a bit too over the top. The collar's a bit of a letdown because it just looks a bit uneven, to be honest. I'm not sure what to make of that. Yeah, the gold hasn't blended very well. I'm going to put this in 18th. Sorry, Rotherham, but I don't think there's much saving this kit. It's not great. Very visually unappealing. Okay, well, next we've got a team that have genuinely surprised me. It's Stevenage. This kit is absolutely glorious. It is so good, this kit. It stands out. It looks very grand. You've got this sort of like this lovely cloth feel to it. It looks silky and smooth. It's lovely. The colour scheme works perfectly. It's a lovely kit. The sponsors look good. The X-Solar, Matt Cronin have done a good job on this kit. It's going in second place. That is right. It just misses out on top spot because of the goals that Huddersfield had. But overall, this is a very good kit. Stevenage, fair play, because recent years the kits have been a bit of a letdown. We had Burger King as a sponsor a few years back, so this is a big improvement. Fair play. I think you pull the blinder here. Okay, up next we've got Stockport County. I like the colour scheme. The central placement of badge and sponsors, usually I'm not a fan of it, but in this case it has worked quite well. You got Vita and Puma as a sponsor. I like the shade of blue. I like the way that you got the sort of like white sort of blush at the bottom. That's pretty cool. It's very decent. It worked well overall. I like the collar. The black collar's lovely. I'm going to put this in 8th place. Respectable place for Stockport. Again, a team that I think are going to fly this season. It's a good kit to do it, I think. Fair play, Stockport County. Okay, up next, we've got Wigan Athletic. I think we've sort of gone back to this like classic 05-06 kit, which was obviously our first kit in the Premier League. Overall, I don't think we've done the best job. It's all right. I mean, I've had a week or so to sort of get used to it now, but it's not the best. I mean, it got leaked, obviously. I did a video about that, and that was a bit annoying. It ruined sort of that element of surprise. You just saw it. Oh, okay, that's it. So yeah, it hasn't worked out brilliantly. The sheet blocks almost form like a Roman aqueduct. It just looks a bit stupid, really. But because of that sort of retro twist we've tried to go for, I'm going to put this in 9th place. I don't think we've done too badly. The main thing that ruins this kit for me, though, is that our away kits and fur kits always are fine. Our home kit, we always have to sort of stick on the Smurfit West Rock logo. It just looks so stupid. Overall, yeah, 9th place. Just average. Not bad for Wigan. I'll give us a decent marking on it. Okay, up next. Well, finally, shall I say, it is Wycombe Wanderers. Overall, poor. It's very unappealing visually. There's too much going on, really. I think they've had a howler here, and I'm sorry to say it, but I put them in rock bottom, 24th. The last team of the 24. Go 24th. How about that? You've got 4 checkered boxes, 2 blue, 2 dark blue. It's not enough. It's too stupid, really. They've got this like dotted pattern. I'm just not a fan at all. I think they could have done so much better. Hummel have had a poor job here. Overall, not good enough from Wycombe. And I do apologise if I offended any Wycombe fans, but I'm sorry. It's very bad. Okay, everyone, so thank you for watching this video. I hope you agree with our kit ranking. Let us know below if you disagreed, if you agreed. I want to hear from you guys. Overall, I think the kits this year have been pretty decent. There's a good mixture of good to bad. Usually I think there's more good ones this year, and I think there's a lot more bad ones, but overall, not too bad. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, please subscribe. It really helps us. Also, it does the algorithms a great service. But like I say, your support recently has been superb. Please carry it on. Please get us to 200 subscribers. We want to achieve that as quickly as possible. Until next time, me being Charlie, Curtis behind the camera. Thanks for watching.